Hello, welcome in. I am prepping for tonight's live, doing some ironing as well as getting ready to cut out the little bats. Gonna make a mini quilt today. Hey Ruji, how are you? Welcome in. I'm just prepping. Like I said on last week's live, I'm gonna try to go live a little bit more often because I'm always doing stuff. It's just that I never really come live, and so I'm trying to do better. So welcome in. It's September 1st already. Can't believe it. Oh my goodness. How's your Sunday going, Ruji? All right. Okay. Now let's get the skin cut ready to cut these bats out. I need to figure out, are they going to be black? I think so. Let's find some black fabric. I should have some in my little bin of things, scraps. I should have some black scraps somewhere. Maybe over here. So I need my fabric. Let's see. Got this. Welcome in. Thank you for joining. I'm just prepping fabric for tonight's live. Hey, Miss Linda. I know you're over there prepping too. The other thing I have to do is post. I did a, I made a video last night because I need some help deciding on what to take for with me on the quilt retreat. So I'm gonna ask for a vote. I'm gonna put it to a vote tonight after the live on the channel in the community tab to see what people think should projects I should take with me. I already have one. I just need um, two more to take with me, and so that way I can start cutting out my fabrics and all that stuff. I'm gonna have me some Louisiana bats. See how they cut out. Which version do you have? Which version? Oh, of the scan and cut. So I think this is the DX255F, I believe. I've been thinking, oh, do you have that's a newer version. I've had this one a long time. I want to say, I don't know, I've had it a long time, maybe 5 years, maybe longer. Whenever it first came out, this is when I got this one. So I've had it a while. But any scan and cut you get in the DX line is awesome. And that new one, I hear the new ones are more amazing than what I have. Although from what I can tell is they keep updating them, so that's a good thing. Now I need to change my blade. Put my fabric blade back in here. And I'm going my fabric mat. Let me tell you what this mat is tacky tacky. Put this on the wrong side. Now I'm probably gonna have to, yep, cut it down a little bit more, quite a bit more actually, because it's got to be able to read the dots and all of those things. So I hope everybody's having a great Sunday so far. Never see anyone use them, so it's nice to catch this live. Oh, thank you. Yep. I actually use mine quite a lot. I know Miss Linda uses hers too. And that's another reason I was saying Shay Shay was that I needed to start going live more often because I use all my tools. I really do. And what I did was I actually airdropped my file for the bats over to the machine. So like I've already airdropped it over there and pulled it in. So I did a retrieve from and I mean it's so easy that way. Like it's called a Canvas workspace. And literally there's a thing where you can just send the file over to the scan and cut and it just brings it in. So now I have the scan and cut, which I love. We'll see. And then I also have the the Go. So it's the AccuQuilt Go that also cuts fabric. It's a die cutting machine. So now we're gonna line this up and get it set to go in here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My mat loaded incorrectly. Push her back out. Trying to unload it. Come on, spit it back out. And I need space back there. Come on, give me my mat. Okay. My bad, my bad. Okay, make sure my corner's down because I think that's what got me. All right, now let's do it again. Here we go. All right, so what I like to do is run a test just to see if it's gonna cut, and I want to make sure that it's in the right place. And so it's gotta, there's a, hold on, let me turn this up. So on the screen for the scan and cut, and I'll move this. On the screen for the scan and cut, when you're doing a test, it gives you a little bitty triangle here in the corner so you can see how it's going to cut. Now, one of the things that I already know is that my little square is too far up. Where's my stylus? Did I leave it? Oh, here it is. I try to put all my little stuff in the thing. So I'm going to drop this down just a little bit so that I know it'll get in the fabric. So now, let's start our little test. And it's going to do the one little cut, and then I'll see how it's going to cut the fabric before it starts doing big stuff and then make a mess. So I always try that first just to see. It's going to cut a triangle. Now I'm going to push this out of here and let's see what did it do. So literally, it's a matter of pulling this off, and you see it cut it. So I know my bats will cut. So I'm good to go now. So I'm gonna put this back in here. I know that's the right setting. I make sure it didn't cut the back of my mat and it didn't go too deep because it could do that too. Um, so let's load this back, and then I'm just gonna hit start. And once it starts, and to make sure that my bats are in the right location, and yep, they are. So then I'm just gonna hit start because now it's ready to go. And so it's telling me that's gonna take 4 minutes to cut the bats out. So I'll move this back over here because while it's cutting the bats, I need to finish pressing my other fabric. And so right now I'm just cutting 3 because I want to see how they're going to come out. And the file that I'm using is actually a file from Scan and Cut. So I just went into the application from the project settings, and grabbed the bats. I did a search for bats, and they had some bat projects. They actually have some rhinestone bat projects in there too. You wanted to cut out some rhinestone bats, you could do that too. So let's see how it's doing. All right, so it's doing its thing. I'm just gonna let that happen, and then I'm going to bring back over my other pieces so that I can make sure that they're all pressed correctly. And so we're doing kind of a mini quilt this evening. It is 9 blocks, and those 9 blocks we will join together, and we will add these bats on top of the 9 blocks. You don't have to add 9 bats. You can add 3, 6, whatever you want. You don't have to add all of them. I'm not adding all 9. I think I may do 6. We'll see how these cut out. And based on how these cut out, that'll be what we do. And so what I'm going to do, after I finish this cut, after this cut finishes, we'll add one more and get a couple more. And then after that, we will take and cut these squares out, so that we'll have that ready to sew. And then it'll just be all ready to sew. Now, let me see what you all are saying. Okay. With the new machine, the blade auto senses so it doesn't cut too deep. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's really awesome. She said, I did also, but I was like, I'm going to really use that AccuQuilt. Okay, it's cutting, it's cutting, it's cutting. Yay, I'm so excited. Can't wait to see what it looks like. Now, let me get my cutting table ready over here so I can get ready to cut the squares. So we're gonna do 9 squares. Um, and those 9 squares will be what we are piecing together tonight for the quilt. And then the only other thing that I haven't done yet is I haven't ironed my 2.5-inch border pieces. So I'll need to iron those really quickly. Uh-oh, we're done. Let's see what it looks like, guys. Yay. Bring the mat out. The one thing I love about the Scan and Cut is the ability to just pull it off like Christmas. Look at that. Look at that. Absolutely wonderful. And they're so tiny. I could have put like 5 more down here, but we might. They're so tiny, but they're super cute. Look at them. See how cute? They came out great. Hi, Sylvia. Welcome in. So Have you seen the new? Oh yes, honey. I've seen that beast. I was on the release. I was on the release video of it. Yes, ma'am. I sure have. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It is. But I have to say, for me, um, I still like my 10 needle. All right, so now pull this up. Now here's what's happening. Got some little frays. So it frayed a little bit, but that's okay because I can fix that. We'll put a little fray spray on it. We got some fabric fray. But I mean, it still looks good overall. Still looks good. My little bats. So I think I'm going to cut 3 more, and that'll be 6 because they're super tiny. I'm gonna tell you, all I'm gonna do is literally take the same fabric and flip it and put it right here. Line it up, flip it, lay it down. Just like that. Now, the way I clean my mat is very simple. I clean it with some, let's make sure I'm not infringing on this. Yep, I should be okay there. So all I do is I take me some of that good old awesome spray from the Dollar Tree, and that is what I use. Honey, 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 honey. Nope, nope, nope. Give me this. This little dog. She is the fabric bandit. I swear. She loves taking my fabric. Let me see. They came out really good. They came out really good. So I'm excited about that. So because I don't want, I'm gonna make sure I'm cutting off these little open pieces because what I don't want is for it to get stuck when it scrolls through there. So I'm just cutting that off and pressing it down. Then I'm gonna reload it. Click OK here because that cut was so fantastic. Let's do it again. And then we're done with this. We are done with this. There we go. Prep for that is complete. All right. And so because we already know, we'll just go through here, select cut, start. There we go. So we have 3. I'm going to iron these a little bit, press them flat, and spray them so they have some starch and they'll stay. So I have 2 starches that I like to use. This is Magic, and it's by the Faultless Company. You guys know Faultless, right? Everybody probably used Faultless back in the day. If they still don't, but I mean, still do. So I like Faultless, and I also like Best Press. Those are my two starches. So we're just gonna starch these little devils, and then they will be flat enough. And all I'm gonna do with these is put a little bit of glue on them to tack them down. So that's all she wrote for that. So now they are nicely starched and ready to go. I'm so cheap. I use Dollar Store. Hey, you know, Dollar Store be having some Faultless too, honey. It's okay. Look, you have to do what is best for you, whatever works for you. So it is okay. So I got my 3 little bats. So put these right here to the side, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish this. Yes, ma'am. You have to do what is best for you and your budget. If look, I don't spend. I can't spend anybody's money. No, ma'am. Just my own. But welcome in, everybody. All I'm doing right now is prepping for the live that we're going to have at 6 p.m. We're going to make a mini quilt. So I am currently using my scan and cut to cut the fabric. This is going to cut, we just cut out our little bats that'll go on the, it'll go on the quilt blocks. The next thing that I will do is cut my blocks. Now I could use a scanner cut to cut them, but I think it'll be faster for me to just cut them on my cutting mat. So I'll cut those myself, or I could. No, I'll cut myself. Then we'll be ready to sew for our 6 o'clock tonight, 6 Central live. But I'm using the scan and cut right now. So after tonight's live, I'm going to post a question to you guys because I need your help. I'm planning for my first ever quilt retreat and I need help with determining what projects to take with me. So I'm going to need your input. And basically, we're going to do the same. Now, scan and cut, all I'm going to do is go over here to this corner and just pull from the corner. Cut my fabric nice and cool. If you have a Cricut, you may want to use your rotary blade. It'll cut fabric just as well. If you have a silhouette, I'm not sure about that because I don't have a silhouette, so I don't know. But my scan and cut does exactly what I need for my fabric. But yes, so we got 3 more little bats. So now we have a total of 6 bats, and that's what we're going to use for tonight. Turn that off. And all I'm going to do is carefully pull these bad boys up. Now, what I will do later on is spray some LA Awesome on my mat, let it set for a little bit, take this little scraper, scrape this off, and she will be back to new once she dries. And so the gold mat is my fabric mat, and the gold blade is what I only use for fabric. So because of that, I don't like making mistakes, so I'll take this out, and every time I need to use fabric, I just make sure I put it back in. But I leave this black one in by default. So we're done with this, and then let's put this back in here so we don't lose it. All right, so that's it. We're done. It packs it up really nicely. Move it back over there. Then I'll put this over here for cleaning. It'll need to be cleaned. My downstairs stuff to take downstairs. Little mail. It's like a little mail slot I use. So let's flatten these out really quickly. Starch them really good. So it doesn't matter what size batch you have. It's up to you what you want to put on it because it's your mini quilt. And for me, I'm just gonna have these little baby bats right here. Make sure these guys are nice and flat. All right. So we got our bats done. Here we go. Now, keep wetting my poor little fabric here, because these will be parts of my blocks. We just need 9. And I think I'm going to make the 6.5 by 6.5 block. Thank you guys for joining. I'm Shon with Go Savvy Designs. We are making a mini quilt today at 6 p.m. Central Time on our normal Sunday Funday live. And I just came live just to do some prep. And that prep is ironing the fabrics, making sure that I have my little bats ready, as well as I'm going to cut these pieces here. So I'm going to move you guys in a second here. I'm going to come over here to the cutting mat. So I have some different fabrics. So, ooh, the bats flew away. My bad. Now, how do I get them back? Because Honey will definitely try to get them. So I'll get them back. They'll come back. I'll get them back. Oh boy. Make sure all the wrinkles are out of this fabric. And so we're going to do 6.5 by 6.5 inch blocks. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab my cutting mat off the wall. So we're going to start with these first. And so these are kind of cute. I bought these last year. And these are by Northcott, Deborah Edwards. Little cats and moons. Like I said, a little Halloween quilt, mini quilt. So we'll start with these. Let me line them up. I'm going to do 4 at a time here. So now, let me take these. I will move you all over here to my cutting mat. So, cutting mat is here. This is the other side of my Suki, but this is my cutting station right here. So, move that out of the way. All right, so make sure we have enough room here. I think so. All right. Now we're gonna do 6.5 inches. So make sure everything's off of here. I felt something, but it's off of there. Oh, there it is. I need something. Oh, here we go. Because that is. So it was a piece of a needle. And let me tell you what, if you don't have you one of these little things, and I think this is a little magnet extender, you drop a needle or something like that, man, this is a notion to have right here. And it literally can clip on you, so it has like a pin hook thing, so you can hang it on you. But if you drop something that's metal, needles, all that stuff, so easy to pick it up. Oh my God, very easy. I keep one of those. I actually have one of those with my embroidery machines and everything because of the fact that you can drop so many things. All right, so 6.5 inch blocks. I am going to use my Creative Grids rotary cutter, and I'm going to use my Stripology ruler. So let me grab that. So this is my Stripology ruler. It actually has slots. It has numbers, really, really great here. And so basically you take this mat, you line up your fabric with this 0 corner here. And once you line it up, it's pretty much straight where you lay it. So here's what I'm going to do. And I also look at the line on this mat, the yellow mat that's behind me too. So because I need it to be 6.5 inches, I'll go from 0 to 6.5 inches here. And then from this 1/2 inch here, so I just need to count 6.5 inches this way. So I'm not going to count this. So then it will be, okay. I'm just going to start it over, but I know where 6.5 inches is right here. There's a, okay. This is 6.5 inches here. So then if I'm just going to start at 7. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 is 13.5 here. So that'll be 2. So let's cut that. The first thing I'm going to do is cut on my 0, because what that does is that gives me, it lines it up. So then I come down here to 6.5. Uh-oh. I wrote what? Got it going the wrong way. All right. There we go. Now let me do this again because it may have not cut properly, but it did. All right. So then we're going to come down here. There we go. So now looks like I got a little bit too much on this side. It's okay. I may not need all those other ones. This might be enough. Let's see. We'll see what it looks like. Because we just need 9. So let me do one more thing. I'm going to take this one and I am going to, because it has to be 6.5 by 6.5, I'm going to measure this one more time on the 0. Yep. So the one thing, you see how easy it cuts? I mean, it just cuts like butter. Okay, let's put that there. All right, so now we just need, since we know that this is already 6.5, I can cut this in 6.5, and then we got 6.5 by 6.5. So, but the only thing that I just did was I just measured it here at the 0 to make sure that I got 6.5 here. So now I'm just going to slide this back under here. Put it on the 0 again. So now here's the thing, because all of these are not the same width. This is a little bit shorter. So this is going to come in a 1/2 inch shorter. I'm going to take that out of there. But you know what? My first block would be 6.5. So it's that second half that wouldn't be. So, okay. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. 6.5 by 6.5. So let's do that. Gonna put this on this blue line right here. Make sure that it is straight. And we're gonna cut 6.5 inches here. Measure twice, cut once. All right. I don't know, guys. My 6.5s don't seem to be matching up all the way. But let's see where we at. Okay, those are 6. And this is like 6.5. Maybe we do 6. I don't know. This one here we know is too short. I think it's gonna be okay. Because guess what? We're not stressing. It's just it's a mini quilt, and we're gonna do our best. Yeah, these are exactly 6, and this is 6.5 over here. This is 6.5 by 6 inches. We'll see what happens on these, and then we will take the difference because I actually think I'm gonna have enough for my 9 pieces anyway. That'll be all good. It will be all good. Let's see. My little black bats are gonna look cute on there. So it's not on a straight line. Let's put it on a straight line here. And put this at the 0. There we go. Oh, that didn't have anything to cut. 6.5 inches here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that's on the same thing, so we'll see. All right, put that over there. All right, so here's what we got. Here's the verdict. Here's the verdict. This is 6.5 by almost 7. So let's see. How many do we have of this? 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. Make sure nothing's stuck together. And then this is 6.5 by 6.5. So this is by 7. So we got 4 of these as well. Okay. So we have 4 of those. That's 8. Now let's pull this 6.5 by 6.5. So we have all the pieces we need. So let's do this. I'm going to cut this one to 6.5, and then we'll have all of our 6.5s. We just need 9 pieces, 9 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 6.5 by 6.5. 5, 6, 7, 8, and I just need one of these, but I'm going to cut all of these to 6.5. Oh, that won't work to do it like that. So let's see. I just need one more. So how about we use the kitty? I'll take one of each. That way. All right. Thank you guys for coming in. I am just doing some prep before tonight's live. Getting my squares cut out. we are going to make a mini quilt. I'm using here a Stripology XL ruler. I actually like it. I have two of them. I have the XL, and then I have the one that's like 6.5. I just read that, 6.5 inches. Um, so I have my 9 pieces. Here's what I'm going to do just to prep, right? So I want to figure out how I'm going to match these, and I want to make sure that everything is laid out. So let's do this. We're going to start with these cats here. We just need 3. And a black there. Make sure the little cats are going the right way. Then we're going to do 3 this way. This way. And then we will do another cat here, a blue here, another cat there. And then for the last row, 3, 6. Oh, that's it. Okay. So it's just, yeah, 9. So 9 squares. All right. Now, what we're missing is our little flyaway bats. So in the pattern that's in tonight's live link, it kind of gives you some different options, so you can check those out if you're curious about the pattern. So it is a creative fabrica pattern. I do have the link inside of the live listing for tonight, so you can check that out, download the PDF from there. It is creative fabrica. I am over here on the floor trying to get my little bats off the floor because you know they took a flight when my fabric hit the counter. So now I have my little bats. So see, look at that. They're just gonna fly like that. Gotta make sure I got the right side up properly. You can put them wherever you want. I only have 6 here. So maybe I'll put them on the corner, one in the center. There we go. Now, I think I'm just going to do like tic-tac-toe, take this one out. All right, so that is my prep for tonight. That is it. So all I have to do now is take a little bit of glue, and I use this Roxanne's glue. It's really, really good. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on each end of that, and then I'll tack it down by ironing it. It's very, very simple. So let me grab some. I have my Roxanne's glue. I have some little bottles. Last night I was working on also trying to figure out what I was packing for my little retreat bag. Let me see if anybody had any questions. Hey, Miss Jennifer, how are you? Hey, Miss Linda. Hey, did you know you were on already? Getting a head start. Hey, Miss Linda. Yes, ma'am. I'm just prepping. So I'm doing the prep. That's all. Cutting the squares, all that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, yes, ma'am. Look, this is just the prep. I also wanted to use the scan and cut to cut the little bats out. So now I'm just going to put a couple of dots of Rebecca's glue on here, and I'm gonna iron these. So then all we'll be doing is sewing tonight, getting these bad boys ready. So I think it's going to be fun. So this stuff is a lifesaver. It's called Rebecca's glue. And here's the other thing that I'm planning to do next week before I go on retreat. I will be doing a giveaway of notions for our 300 mark. I'm super excited. We hit 300 um, members. So I'm going to do a giveaway next week before retreat. It will probably be on Wednesday. So stay tuned because I'm going to schedule a quick little live just for our 300 mark notions giveaway. So I think that'll be fun because I have some really cool notions. And so I'm excited. And included in the notions will be some Rebecca's glue, just a hint of what will be in the package. There will be some Rebecca's because everybody needs to try Rebecca's. Okay, I think I got glue everywhere. Now, all I'm going to do is pick these blocks up and I'm going to take them back to the iron and we will iron them really quickly. So I didn't even need all of this. Look at there. It's okay. I still have to find what I'm going to use for my 2.5-inch strips, which this might not be a bad idea. But I think I already have some. I have a jelly roll somewhere. I like keeping jelly rolls around because let me tell you, jelly rolls are lifesavers when it comes to binding in your little sides. So, what we'll need is a jelly roll. So all I'm going to do is take these, and the Rebecca's glue seals with heat. So as I'm stitching these together, they won't move. So literally, I'm just going to apply heat and pressure. We should be good to go. Then after that, I'm going to hop off of here and go make sure that I have my bobbin full of thread and I have my needle threaded, and we will be ready for some sewing tonight. So, sew what sewing, Sunday Funday sewing. You're going to get all the good stuff. All right, so that's all she needs. Now I will put this back over there. See, that glue is even sticking to my little mat, but and that glue is something. Like, it does its job. Like, you can't even tell like that's a separate piece. That glue does its job. Now, it does wash out. So once you wash your quilt, it comes right out. So it's no big deal, but it does stay really, really good. So, all right. I'm going to put these back in place because one of the things that I do want to make sure that we do, because now we kind of laid it out, and I will reference this video tonight. So what I'm going to do is I will take these and I'm going to put them just on top of each other. This will be row 1. Oh, see, this one has a 3 on it. So I like numbering stuff. So I'm going to hold off on this until row 3. Let's see, do I have any of the other ones with my numbers on them? Nope. All right. So that's a yellow. It'll be green, orange, yellow. So green is number 1. And all I'm doing is putting them in the order in which I'm going to sew them. Orange is number 2. And yellow is number 3. So then all I'm going to do is put them in order just like that. Boom. Those are ready. This is prep. That's ready. And all I have to do now is find my 2.5 inch, my 2.5 inch jelly roll, and then we'll have this ready to go. And my prep is done. So jelly roll, iron it, done. And we'll be ready for tonight's live. The only other thing that I didn't do, which is something Miss London and I were talking about earlier, is measuring this to see what my backing needs to be. So let's do that real quick because I have not done that. All right. So because it's 3 across, so let's do 3 across here. I'm going to add 2.5 inches. So this will be 22. No, I probably need to add 5 inches actually, because if I'm doing 2.5 and 2.5 over here is a strip. Let's put this top on this glue. So let's do 2.5 right here. And all right, 2.5 right there. So that makes this 25.5 across. And it should be the same going down, really, guys. So 25.5 by 25.5. And it's going to give us some room. So we want a little bit of room for the backing because you want just a little extra. So how about we just say 30 by 30 for the backing. And we will find us a piece of black something or another to make it 30 by 30. And I'm probably just going to use truly a piece of black fabric. And I have a piece right here. So I have a piece right here. And you can use black, orange, yellow, whatever you like. Actually, yellow would probably be really pretty. But for 30 by 30, let's see if I have a yellow. I do. So let's put this back on this board. And we can use yellow. Brighten it up. Let's brighten it up. Okay, let's see. Miss Linda is talking. What'd she say? I got caught buying fabric yesterday. Our Michaels has balls of fabric now. What? Oh boy. Oh, bolts of fabric. Okay. Ooh wee. Yes, ma'am. That's what happens. That is so what happens. Ooh, Miss Jennifer said one Walmart had fabric for $3 a yard. Wow. She said I didn't have a cart. I understand that too. Oh my gosh, that's a good deal. Everybody's having these deals. You know, right now because it's Labor Day, there's all kinds of Labor Day deals going on there. Ooh, everybody has a Labor Day deal, Joe, and all the people. They're trying to get your money, get in your pockets. Yes, they are. Ooh, let's see. Because I did not cut, I'm trying to find a cute fabric I can use for my back. Should be able to use. I wish I had two pretty yellows, but I don't. So I may have to cut some fabric. It's okay. We can cut something. We could definitely cut something. Or let's see. Maybe I just use what I already have cut. Let's see if this is wide enough and long enough. Maybe, maybe not. Nope. I could use the fabric from the bats, but it's not. I need it to be 30 by 30. Nope. It's okay. We'll cut us a piece of something else. So guys, this is the drama I go through before each live, just prepping. Sometimes I'm running in and out of the house, running errands because I try to get my little errands done before the work week. But since tomorrow's a day off, but a day on inside my home because I need to do some. I did some cleaning this morning, but I need to do some more. All right, so let's put this back in order. Number 2, number 1, and let's lay this over here. Get that out the way. I do have some yellow, so I will use a little bit of this yellow, and this is called, oh wow, it's called Hocus Pocus by the same people. You know what? I know what. I don't know that I'm going to use this, guys, because I'm going to tell you why. I want to take this mini quilt. The reason why I haven't really fussed about this, I'm going to take this mini quilt after we make it, and I'm going to incorporate it into a bigger thing because I literally bought all this stuff last year, and the goal was to take this panel that I have here and put this yellow on the back of this. So I'm not cutting this. I'm not cutting this at all. Nope. I'm glad I opened it. So now I know what it's for. It's to go on the back of that panel. I'm going to use black. We're back at black. Back to black. All right. Let me get off of here because I know there's a couple other folks that are going live now. I'm going to cut my 30 by 30 piece of black. And the easiest way for me to do that, this yellow mat is 36 inches. So as long as my thing, and it is that length, so that's good. I just need to make sure that from the top, I can do the same, and I can. Okay, so I think I'm good. I'm just going to cut this and iron it, and then we'll be ready for tonight. And I just need to get me some batting. Cut me some batting, and my batting is still going to be cut. I'm going to cut it about the same. It's probably going to be more like, since this is 30 by 30, I'm probably going to cut that batting at maybe 27-ish. So, and because this is 2 pieces right here, I know I'll be cutting it down, so I'm not really worried about that. Let's just cut it in the middle here, so I have enough. And then we'll square it up. We'll square it up on the line. All right, guys. Well, I'll give you some time back. You're so right, Miss Jennifer. Prepping is the longest. Sounds like somebody needs to go back to Walmart. Hey, so Uni, welcome in. I've just been prepping for the live, getting the stuff ready, and look, this week I will be going live prepping for my quilt retreat. So I want you guys to know I'm going to be asking for your help. Like, I need help deciding on my projects. This is my first ever quilt retreat. I do have one project I've already selected. It's not an option. I'm doing it because it's something I really, really want to do. And the other two, though, I need your help. So I'm going to make a post because I did a recording late last night. Like late, must have been like 1 a.m. about, um, I show you all the projects that I potentially could have. And then I show you the ones that I want you guys to vote for. So I'm going to put a poll up and a video so that you all can vote on which one of the projects I should do. And I literally am going to take the highest one. So whichever one gets the highest number of votes, that will be the thing I take with me on the quilt retreat. So I am excited about the quilt retreat because I've never been on one and I'm looking forward to it. I've also been thinking about like there's a whole I understand like you take a little gift to exchange or whatever. So I've been thinking about that and I have a lasered gift that I'm going to take. So look at you. Look at you. Oh my God. Yes. All right, guys. So I'm going to finish ironing and then I'll be back for the live later on. Okay. So come back live, 6 o'clock Central Time. I'll be here. Thank you guys for joining. Please hit the thumbs up and I will be back. Bye. Talk to you later.